Hey, hey, I am thrilled to be back with another Eternal Card Game draft. My cat is screaming at me because she knows that I just opened a Divining Rod. I don't know, how good is that card? I feel really tempted to take it because it seems like a really sweet card for giving you direction. It's not a very good card in a vacuum, it's probably fine. But if you pick that card, you want to play, lots of flying cards, which I am more than happy to accommodate. Maybe some Empower cards. It's got a lot of interesting direction. We don't want to take False Prince, even though if we take Divining Rod, we'll probably end up in blue-white, because it really encourages that flying theme. Still, we don't want to commit to that right off the bat. Divining Rod still easily fits into a green-white deck. Lumen Defender is a similar sort of pick to Divining Rod, but I believe it's just enough lower power that I'd rather have the Divining Rod. Rakano Outlaw is probably a legitimate pick if you just feel like playing an aggressive deck right now. Like, if you open up a Divining Rod and a Rakano Outlaw and you're like, well, I don't really want to play the deck that plays enchant creatures for 6 mana, that's legitimate, but I'm happy to play that deck. And we immediately open up one of the cards that we were hoping to see, like one of the best cards to see, which is Nesting Aviasaur. Obviously, Desperado is a really sweet card. Bladekin Apprentice is cool, and if you'd got the 2/2 for 2 Warcry in the last pack, Quick Strike, which I think I just called Rakano Outlaw, then Bladekin Apprentice would be a really sweet follow-up. But here we're going to grab Nesting Aviasaur. It's noteworthy that there's a Static Bolt in the pack, which would matter if this were Magic and we were going to see this pack again. We have a bit of a decision here. Do we want to try out Mirror Image, which is a very high variance card for obvious reasons? Ornamental Daggers is a very low power, mediocre card. Usually it's like the first, if I'm playing it, it's the card I would most like to cut, usually. Or we could grab Initiate of the Sands, which, as I said before, that's just solid ramp. It's maybe the only actual ramp card in Eternal Card Game so far. Which obviously is an extremely useful niche. But I think I'm just going to grab Mirror Image because I haven't played it I haven't played with it before in a draft, and if we're going to play a deck with a whole lot of flying cards, it's probably actually going to be very good. So we'll pick that up. We have a similar sort of choice between Dune Phantom and Initiate of the Sands. Also, T-Rex Hatchling is phenomenal. 2 different flying cards. Now, that's actually a bit of a choice. Dune Phantom is a fine pick. It will stop you from dying to more aggressive decks than yours. Initiate of the Sands probably is worse than both T-Rex Hatchling and Dune Phantom. Having said all of that, I'm absolutely taking the Hatchling. I think that's a pretty clear pick right here because that's just a very, very strong card. Also, Cobalt Acolyte, it's behind all of those cards, but it would still be probably okay taking it. Okay, not happy, but okay. Here, Determined Stranger I don't think is good. I'm not looking to play a bunch of strangers. And Sanctuary Priest I also don't think is very good, but I think Xenon Guardian is perfectly fine. And I'm going to take that and be rather satisfied with it. This is a pack where, we'd love Eager Outlet if it were in our colors. Runic Revolver is one of the best cards in Eternal Card Game, especially, well, maybe just in Limited, but it's an absurdly good card in Limited. So that, but what we have to choose from here is Synchronized Strike, Sauropod Wrangler, and Scaly Ron. I think all of those cards do basically nothing, but at least one of them is a 2/2 for 2, and we're going to take that one. I also think that the Pathfinder is a bad card, but I'll take it, and I might play it. Just 3/3 for 3 doesn't really seem to compensate you for... the Echo ability doesn't seem to compensate you for the 3/3 for 5, is what I mean. I said that all wrong, but that's what I meant. There's nothing in that pack for us. We might play this. We might play this. And take these out. Okay. Well, I will be happy to play a Xenon Obelisk. And that's all there is to this pack. I suppose I could get... Actually. Okay, so the choice here is between Soaring Stranger and Initiate of the Sands. Once again, I do like Initiate of the Sands. But I think Soaring Stranger is the clear pick. A 3/3 for 4 flying is a perfectly fine draft card. There's nothing wrong with that. And Elysian Stranger makes that a little bit better if I end up playing the Stranger, which I very well might. And we didn't get that other Strangers have +1/+1, but now if we saw it again, we would. There are 2 cards here that are both good options. There is Whispering Wind and Twinning Ritual. And Twinning Ritual is good in the case that you have Echo cards, which is true with Elysian Pathfinder and with Tyriax Hatchling. And I think Whispering Wind is good. I think it's good. I think it's solid. It's not an amazing draft card. 1 power isn't a whole lot of power. And it is built, it necessarily just kind of slows you down when you use its ability, which isn't all that desirable in draft, which in Eternal Card Game is a fast format. And Twinning Ritual just interacts very well with several of our cards, so we're going to take that and be happy. I think Ephemeral Wisp is pretty great. I'll take it. Yeah, even if you don't have anything that interacts with it, I think it's pretty great. Here, Lightning Storm is the exact opposite of what our deck wants. It just murders everything I have pretty much. Channel the Tempest is a card that basically is a blank piece of I say piece of cardboard. It's a blank rectangle on your screen in draft because you're just never going to hit 8 mana. That doesn't exist. And by the time you do, you'll almost certainly only have 1 card in your hand when you're playing Channel the Tempest. So Tyriax Hatchling is a very clear pick here. I have spoken before about this. I love Sky Snapper. I think that's a phenomenal draft card. Having said that, I don't have any removal yet whatsoever. Yeah, none whatsoever. And Lightning Strike is a nice piece of removal, so we're going to grab that. And we're going to be happy. And Serpent Trainer is one of the best limited cards. 2 2/2 flyings is a lot of 2/2 flyings. So we could here grab... Okay, we could either pick Windshaper or Static Bolt. Windshaper clearly goes with the theme of my deck. Static Bolt is an all-around much better card. So the question is, how many flying cards do I even have? Quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I just don't think that... I don't think Windshaper's ability is actually all that good, especially by the 5th turn, when if you have, let's say, more than 2 flying cards, you should be winning already. And I think Static Bolt is a very solid piece of removal. So I'm going to grab it. Well, we got a Windshaper anyways. That's nice. Happy to play Windshaper. Probably. Probably not playing Aerial Ace. Ooh, that's nice. Very happy to have that banner. So I could get a Soaring Stranger, which is another 3/3 for 4. It doesn't do anything that this Soaring Stranger doesn't do, of course. And I think the better pick is just False Prince. There's, in a format where your opponent's going to be playing maybe 2 or 3 pieces of removal total, False Prince is extremely effective. It's rarely going to actually get shrunk down and removed. I kind of have to pick a card that doesn't do anything here, which is Wisdom of the Elders. I don't think that's a draft card. I see people play it sometimes. I really don't think it's a good choice. Almost never a good choice. Let's pluck out some of the cards that we're probably not going to be playing. Well, I might actually play that Stranger, just to keep my deck a little bit more, make it a little bit easier to see what exactly I have here. Okay, so Reliquary Raider is a fantastic card. That's just an excellent, excellent card. I am quite tempted by the Elysian banner, but I think that I want Tundra Explorer, and particularly if I can see another Static Bolt, then I'm going to want Tundra Explorer. We want lots of things that clear the ground and get Tundra Explorer through. Also, spells interact well with Tundra Explorer. Tundra Explorer wants you to have spells. It's not a very good card, but with 4 spells in my deck, and hopefully more, I think that's enough to justify it. Yeah. Nesting Aviasaur is fantastic. Oh, one thing that I didn't mention with the Aviasaur is that cards like Tyriax Hatchling and the Pathfinder interact well with the Aviasaur, of course. Not going to play any of this. Get a Yeti Spy. It's the least defensive card there, probably. Might play the Patrol. I might play another Xenon Guardian. Yeah, I might play a Tyrant Terrazon. I don't know. I'm probably happy to play Temple Scribe. It's a fine card. That's a sweet, sweet pack. 3/3 for 2. Base Colors Amulet is great. There are a lot of decks that want Haunting Scream. Torch is phenomenal, of course. Lethrai Ranger. Like, this is a great pack. And I'll take Temple Scribe out of it. I am quite happy to have Stormlings. Yep. There's nothing else here that holds a candle to it. Do I play 3 Nesting Aviasaurs? Oh, no. I play 2 Lightning Strikes. Yeah. I don't need 3 cards at 4 mana, right? I'd rather, for sure, have the removal. Yeah. We're happy to take a banner here. That's very nice. We're very happy to see another Static Bolt. Probably not playing that. Sure. Might actually play Initiate of the Sands. A 3rd banner. I don't actually know. I was thinking it's a gift. I don't know if I play 3 banners. Because that could really slow you down. No, I probably do. I have a lot of 2 drops. Yeah. I probably do play all 3 banners. Alright, I think this deck is pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to playing it.